Welcome everyone. In this session, we will look at how to use Azure SQL database as a knowledge source in a Copilot Studio. By doing this, your agents can ground answering structured data from your database while keeping information secure and up to date. When Azure SQL is connected, Copilot Studio indexes metadata like table and column names, not the entire data set. The data itself remains in Azure SQL. When an agent queries, results are governed by the database access controls. That means only the information a user is permitted to see is surfaced. Let's have a quick look into how the Azure SQL looks like as a knowledge into the Copilot Studio. So this is my sales operation agent, and in this, as you can see, I have added knowledge and I have added SQL database as a knowledge using Power Platform connector. So I went on add knowledge and I went to the Azure SQL and I have entered server name and database name and I connected with that database in Azure SQL. But if I go back to the existing one, this is how it looks like. I have added 10 tables in my knowledge source, which shows sales order, sales order details, product categories, customer address, customer and address. So there are different tables here basically, and there is a relationship between those tables. So when Copilot Studio try to reply to that, it's consider all the relationship between them. So you can click on preview and you can literally see what into each of those tables. So you can click on sales order header and you can see what are the details available or columns and values available in sales order header, right? So we're gonna take one of the sales order ID and we're gonna find out what is how the Copilot responds to those queries when we reach out to those database as a knowledge, right? And there is a synonyms. Synonyms are the best way to describe the column names in a different ways. So for example, when I go to product and I say name, I can also say the same column name as a product name so that Copilot Studio can understand easily what I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's go back and test this and see how it looks. So I'm go back to the test scenario here. I resetted my test and I say provide me the details of sales order number SO, which is sales order 71796. It might take some time because it doesn't hold all the information into Copilot Studio. It only holds the table names and the metadata. So for actual content, it literally rely on the Azure SQL. And I'm having my lab where it doesn't have the premium version of SQL, and that might be pretty slow. I haven't tried with the premium version of SQL. But if you have, give a try and see if it responds back much faster, right? So once you have the knowledge added and data is connected, agent can use the schema to answer question in a natural language. So what we are doing right now, I have asked Copilot Studio agent to provide me the details of the sales order number SO 71796. Let's see how it responds. So as you can see, it has responded back saying customer details, first name, company name, address, all the vendor details, right? Shipping method and payment method and so on. Also, it has described all the product details like product ID, order quantity, unit price, discount price, and total line Also, it has provided all the details at the bottom about the payment to be made on grand total, freight charges, tax amount, and subtotal, right? Isn't it cool? Now, you might see how this format came into. So if you go back to the overview, that's where the magic happens. So I provided the instruction clearly here that don't assume any details while creating a response. Use defined knowledge only to generate responses with the facts. Also use database table relationship to generate the formatted output as invoice. Invoice header should have customer details and vendor details. And it should have customer first name, company name, customer address, order number. Some of the details are not showing up correctly maybe, but it all pulling those details from different or various tables in SQL. The same way, items in order should be populated in a table format, and we are pulling it from the different tables in the SQL as well. And at the end, I'm asking them to format subtotal, tax, and grand total at the end of the summary. So some of the important things to remember: only metadata such as table column names is indexed. Actual data stays in SQL. Permissions defined in SQL are enforced for every query and interaction made by user. Large data sets may be subject to row or query limits and can impact the performance of the agent while getting a response back. Scope the knowledge to the tables most relevant to your agent for the better results. And just to recap, by connecting Azure SQL as a knowledge source in a Copilot Studio, you get secure access to structured business data. Metadata is indexed, SQL permissions are respected, and your agents stay grounded in the schema you already maintain. This is a simple, secure way to make your Copilot agent smarter with Azure SQL database. So, thank you so much, and goodbye until next video.